So today I saw this tweet, which you can see straight away where I've fucked up. I'm on Twitter where every day you are presented with opinions that are worse than the opinions you saw the day before. That's what I get out of it, is an increasing sense of insane superiority as I am exposed to points of view so ridiculous that it just gives me a real injection of self-confidence. It's good to know that there are people out there with careers, they're influential people, people listen to them, they've got responsibilities, they're out there in the world, they're changing the world, they're disrupting, they're innovating, and they don't know their arse from their elbow. They're like that cop I saw when I was in San Francisco that time. He stood there in a cafe looking at cakes and he said, "I would like to eat that cake," or words to that effect. And then as the person reached for the cake that the policeman had indicated an interest in, he said, "Actually, you know what? I think I'll change that up." And he pointed at another cake. And I thought, wow, this is a law enforcement officer, and he's not even capable of ordering a cake properly. That's beyond him. These are the people apparently holding back the tide of crime. Politicians, clearly have no idea what they're doing. We look at climate change and we despair and we wonder, what is going on? What's going on is that the people in charge have no idea how to hang on to a thought. They ordered the cake, and then seconds later they've changed their mind. They've got another idea. I want another cake. What if I go with my initial cake choice? And what if I'm wrong? What if that cake over there is a better cake? If I order the wrong cake, I'm going to end up with cake on my face. I'm going to ask the people to give me another cake instead. Here in Melbourne, the current state government, Victorian government, has committed to making a big addition to the public transport system, consisting of a big tunnel looping across the city. Creating the opportunity for millions of people living here to travel far more easily. They've made a choice to do that. It's incredible. They ordered a cake. But some people don't like the cake, including apparently the opposition. There's an election coming up later this year and the opposition is saying, no, we won't go through with this public transport project. Instead, we're going to take all that money and we're going to put it into the health system. So now we've got competing cakes, apparently. One day, when I'm trying to drive myself to hospital because I'm old and some old shit has happened to me, but there are no ambulances, of course, there won't be, because everything is crumbling. And I'm stuck in traffic. And I'm bleeding out because I fell over and one of my legs broke and pushed through my thigh and up into my abdomen and ruptured my internal organs. Because such is my lust for life that I continued riding around on an electric skateboard at the age of 80 because I decided that, fuck this, I don't care what happens. I want to live. I want to experience life to the fullest. If life is to be lived out on this planet dominated by powerful leaders who can't choose a fucking cake or ask us, the people, to pit competing cakes against each other. Do you want this cake or do you want this cake? You are not allowed to have both cakes as I am bleeding out in traffic. I hope I have the fucking presence of mind to at least live stream it for your entertainment. So this guy was talking about climate change. He's a climate change YouTuber, and he was saying that climate change is just a quirk of physics, something sad that happened while we were providing an incredible lifestyle for people all around the world, which is a very weird way to say that the people who generated energy to do things, and they generated energy in a particular way. There were lots of ways to generate energy, but they generated energy in a particular way with a particular focus. And when they looked into the future, they saw that, oh, if we keep doing this, it's going to affect climate negatively. And they decided what we'll do with that information is we will sit on it. We'll sit on that fucking information. We don't want to confuse people with a selection of cakes. We don't want to say, hey, we're doing things this way, but if we keep doing things this way, it's going to end badly for all of us. Instead, these people decided to focus on their cakes, their cakes that they probably don't even enjoy that much. Rich people have ended our civilization and they haven't even had fun doing so. This guy on YouTube is part of the climate movement, is a climate advocate, I guess, right? This is the issue that gets him out of bed in the morning. And he's saying on Twitter, oh, you know, it's not about good or evil. Bad people didn't make climate change happen. And I'm here to say that, you know, they did. They did. And I'm just having one of those days where don't really know what to do about any of it. It's pretty hard to know what's possible when you realise that people who actually care about climate change, some of those people, a lot of them, have terrible ideas. I just wish that I could go back in time, and when that cop was struggling to order a fucking cake, I had to have pulled out taken his weapon off him and just painted that cake shop with his brains. Sure, it would have ended badly for me, but I would have had fun.